LOOT.BET. Made for live betting.
Hello, welcome back to the LOOT.BET League Season 1. My name is Nomad. Joining me is Wingblade as we get into WindAndRain versus FlyToMoon game number 2. This is a best of 3 series. Game number 1 went very quickly indeed as FlyToMoon kind of won the laning phase, won the mid game, and ended it. Basically, I don't really think there's much to say about the last game, but we're now looking forward to new horizons. Let's see what WindAndRain can pick up in game number 2.
Omni Knight still in the pool.
Yeah, Omni Knight still in the pool, and Lich banned out, interestingly, so really scared of that one. Now, you may be looking at your screen and thinking, well, I like them odds, and that's because I've written them down wrong. However, if you do like them odds, then you can head over to Loot.BET, and they'll be doubling any bet up to $200, so there's plenty of money to be won, plenty on the line, and of course, yeah, bet yourself away, bet yourself into oblivion if you so wish. But we got ourselves a draft, and we do indeed have that Omni Knight coming out from WindAndRain. Why is this hero being picked?
10 seconds.
Well, it's mostly Heavenly Grace. It's such a bonkers spell. It's 50% status resistance, healing, additional HP, and it has almost permanent uptime. If you've ever played against a fat Omni Knight and you're trying to chase him down with like 3 heroes, just TP to base and give up. It's not gonna work. This hero is just so strong, and it's all because of that one ability.
Thanks to that top tip, sir. We'll be putting it into action. But yeah, the hero is
You see
brilliant.
an Omni Knight, just leave the game, honestly.
Just straight up go.
Leave the
Yeah.
game, queue up again, maybe just play some Underlords. I don't know, just it's not gonna work.
I gotcha. I mean, yeah, it's not even worth the, even if you do win the game, the psychological damage can't be reversed. You'll be telling your therapist about it for weeks. And now we have a Rubik coming out, and now we have a Slug coming out. Okay, FlyToMoon going to be giving it a spin this time around.
Yeah, it's one of the better heroes against Omni Knight, I think. Because he is a melee offlaner and he doesn't really have a lot of pressure in the lane. And Slug really enjoys those kind of passive farming melee offlaners like Omni Knight. So it's a pretty solid pick. And Rubik, if you can steal the Heavenly Grace, I think it has permanent uptime. So you basically turn into a stronger version of Omni Knight. So if always wanna fly is on point with his Rubik, it can have insane impact this game.
Yeah, absolutely. You basically say, oh, that hero's OP. Okay, well, now we're OP too.
Who are you? I'm you, but stronger.
Nani? And now we have Avenge.
Alright, so I spoke about not really having too many reliable stuns last game, so they pick one of the most reliable stuns in the game. Probably a good call.
The most reliable? I don't know, it's not instant cast, so I never can. I think maybe.
I know, but it's like when you think of a stun, you
True.
probably think of like Venge or Sven stun, right? It's just one of those
true.
targeted, fast stuns. I don't
Looks
know.
pretty.
Exactly. There's a nice sound effect.
What's
some
your
nice oomph to it.
favorite spell in the game then? Like aesthetic wise. Ignore what it actually does, or you know, it can be part of it, but
Grievel's Creed, of course.
oh, okay, for that money. You're a money man yourself. I gotcha.
I just love the sound and the effect. It just makes me moist.
Moist. Good word. I heard some people don't like it.
I love it. I
Yeah,
love
I'm a
it
big fan.
almost as much as the word throbbing.
Throwing. Two
Anyway,
strong words. I'm a
we're
big moist fan as
speaking
well.
about drafting stuff, right?
Okay, are we?
So I like the Venge because it has a reliable stun, but at the same time, she isn't really the strongest laner either. So
No.
that worries me a little bit, picking Venge and Omni already. Of course, Slug and Rubik aren't the best laners either, but I feel like they have pretty decent matchups against Omni and Venge. So I would really like to see WindAndRain continue this trend of just picking solid heroes, picking reliable stuns, and just taking it from there.
Yeah, it always feels good to have a nice kind of core, a very core-ish carry, you know, a carry which can just
5 seconds.
do everything, and then just put Iceberg on something which can like womp the middle lane and just womp the rest of the game and go out of control and run at people.
Dire team back.
Yep. And when you play with Iceberg, you probably need one support as well, just constantly screaming at him, don't go in, don't do this,
Yeah.
don't 1v5. If you can contain the aggression and use it where it makes sense, it's a great asset for sure. Right, so we see Beastmaster and OD getting banned out, nothing really special there. Once again, the Brute ban coming out as well. I suppose they've played against WindAndRain before, and
Dire team pick.
I'm not sure who plays it on WindAndRain. Maybe Wish does? I'm just gonna cheat real quick and check his recent games. Yeah, he does
Okay.
play it. I mean, yeah, Wish is a well-known Brute player, so makes sense.
It do indeed.
Bloodseeker ban coming out as well.
Well, it's actually FlyToMoon banning it against WindAndRain, so they obviously respect the hero a lot.
Yeah, I think
5
they
seconds
showed
remaining.
how good it was against like last game, so
Yeah.
they don't want WindAndRain to use it against them. And FlyToMoon kind of has the same problem with these two heroes that WindAndRain had last game, that both Rubik and Slug are kind of weak at being ran at. They don't really have great counter initiation, they need some items, they need some levels. So it's going to be very important for FlyToMoon to pick some heroes that don't need a lot of space right now. Right, so it's probably gonna be Rubik 4, so they could decide to just pick a solid 5.
Radiant team pick.
And I was gonna suggest Oracle, and then I was like, nah, then you have Oracle Rubik. And then I thought, hey, they picked Oracle plus another ranged hero last game as well.
Yeah,
So
they're not afraid of
Oracle,
it.
interesting. I mean, Rubik does have some playmaking potential, and Oracle has some magic damage. But I feel like it's going to
10
be very
seconds
important for FlyToMoon to pick an offlaner that can get
5
kills and make
seconds
space
remaining.
before he hits like this one important item timing. Because right now I'm afraid about the same thing that I was last game for WindAndRain. So we
That's
see the
little Shrek.
Leisure. Interesting.
Yeah, this time in the
And
hands of WindAndRain.
yeah, and they have the choice of putting it mid or potentially putting it as a support. So they have some flexibility.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, it's always nice to pick up the Leshrac in that situation.
5 seconds remaining.
It's just one of those flexible heroes. I feel like Lesh has been good for such a long time in a plethora of available roles.
Radiant team pick.
Yeah, he's always been one of those heroes which has been, again, yo-yoing in and out of the meta, sometimes being way too strong, other times being not quite strong enough to see much gameplay, but right now I feel like he's in a good place. We see him occasionally. He comes up when he's needed.
So it looks like FlyToMoon is just BMing and picking the entirety of WindAndRain's lineup last.
Remaining.
But they have Rubik
5
Oracle
seconds remaining.
as opposed to Dark Willow Warlock. Which is probably nice if you want to make some plays early game, because as we spoke about, those heroes mostly thrive in like mid to late game team fights, I would say. While Rubik and Oracle, because of like their early burst damage and reliable disables, have some more impact in the early game. Wow, WindAndRain going for the Tusk. They are doubling down on this aggression plus stuns here, which I really, really like. I feel like this is exactly what they had to do. Just pick a run at you lineup, win the lanes, and then take it from there.
Yeah, that's a fairly nice nice hero to be able to do that with as well, you know. Even gives you a little bit of save sometimes, gives you the catch, gives you so much when you try to play aggressive. Tusk is He's a Swiss Army knife of aggression. Does force the Leshrac into the mid lane, I believe, unless they're going to pull any shenanigans, which I don't think they will.
Radiant team ban.
But that's okay.
And it also, Tusk is a very good hero against Slug because you have two ways to save people from the Slug. You can put them in the snowball, and if you place your shards properly, you can break the puns as well. And there we go, another hero with a stun that is just very tanky and strong early. It's usually not a great matchup against the Slug, but when you already have a lot of early aggression and you also have an Omni Knight to make sure you don't get kited, I feel like this is a really good pick here. Right, so FlyToMoon needs an Iceberg hero. So they need something chaotic that can break open the map somehow. Let's see, I would love to see Iceberg's Mirana, but I'm not sure how good it is here.
Iceberg's Mirana. Yeah, that hero is pretty in the bin, though. We haven't seen Mirana for a long time. I mean, someone tried to play it in the Europe qualifiers. They're against Chaos in the grand finals of Europe. Who was it?
Matumaman's
Was it?
team. I think
No,
they picked it.
Did they? Chaos?
I think Kales picked it.
Wasn't Yanessen
against
fan who kept playing it?
TFT.
Yeah, Yanessen fan was one who played it a lot.
Okay, WindRanger. This could work out super well, but at the same time, if he doesn't get a good start, it's one of those heroes that doesn't really catch up well. And I feel like that's true for all of FlyToMoon. And I would favor them slightly on an individual level. So they might be able to pull this one out of the bag. But at the same time, if they get behind, it's going to be super difficult for FlyToMoon to recover. So draft-wise, I would certainly give this to WindAndRain.
Yep, have to agree. I think they've got a nice, well-rounded lineup. Not 100% sold on this Windranger pick, but then again, Iceberg Windranger is the stuff of legend. So, yeah, but that's the thing, bro. Like, it's against a Leshrac. Like, he doesn't care about your evasion. You can't evade magic damage.
5 seconds remaining.
True. Lesh does kind of have a dead zone though. If you can stay far enough away as a Windranger and keep like running away with Windrun and stuff while using Focus Fire, you can whittle him down slowly.
Yeah, that's true.
It kind of works both ways because Windranger is so slippery. Of course, that's alleviated a little bit when Leshrac gets a Yules.
True, but then we're kind of expecting Iceberg to go for something like the 4 stuff. Well, maybe not, but I think I would like to see it. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, FlyToMoon versus WindAndRain, game number 2. You're kind of favoring the WindAndRain draft. I think there's a compelling point to be made for FlyToMoon. We'll see how it goes, of course. This tournament's the LOOT.BET League Season 1. My name is Nomad. He is Wingblade,
Who am I?
of course. Who are you? Who are any of us?
What is life?
What are you doing here?
I said that I favored
should
WindAndRain
call
a
my
little
mum.
bit draft-wise, but at the same time, I feel like FlyToMoon has kind of been on fire in this tournament, so I would still give them like a 55% chance of just taking this game on raw team performance as opposed to draft.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's a pretty safe bet, to be honest. I think that's a fair call. We'll see how it comes down to the line here. FlyToMoon, of course, with a very convincing game 1 in this best of 3. Can they repeat their performance of last game? What a lovely statue with what's even going on here? I can't.
Which one?
The Navi one at the top of the FlyToMoon's base. It's got like
I
a
can't read it because of all the tips.
yeah. Oh, it's Eternal. Oh, Eternal Envy. It's just a dead drow. I don't know what's going on here, but he's got a lot of commands for it, so there you go. WindAndRain coming up onto the high ground under the cover of smoke. Slarker's going to reveal them right now. What's he going to go for? Is he going to go for the bounce? No, he's not. He's basically just accepted his fate then. Yeah, the chain stun's coming through. That's an easy one. WindAndRain, they pull the old quick one onto FlyToMoon. Exactly what FlyToMoon did to them last game as well.
That's not really something that should be happening.
No.
Because they kind of ran uphill, but I don't know. It's a bit sloppy.
Two-legged abomination. Two-legged abomination.
Right. So it looks like there are some switcheroos going on right now with the lanes. Ark and Flow, not really sure yet to which lane they would like to go.
Yeah, they're both kind of wandering around. You know, Faye. Just being extra cautious in this middle lane. Look, Oracle.
Right, so
He just wants the information. That's all he wants. He's just looking. He's
in games like this, where there's a lot of lane swapping going on, I really like seeing voids in the river just to see those rotations.
yeah, currently one up just in the middle lane. That is a dire ward, which means it belongs to FlyToMoon. Faye, he's trying to sit in the trees right now. Might be seen by Always Want to Fly. Certainly will be. He's going to charge up that Fortune's End. Faye, happy to just tank it up and sit here and throw some right clicks to Always Want to Fly. He has got teammates coming in, but there's also a third member of FlyToMoon coming in, so it might be about to kick off in this top lane. And yep, Alisage making his way over. Flo's on top of him as well, though. Flo yet to level anything up. He might want to go for the stomp, though, as in comes that Fortune's End onto the Sven. Now it's done. No, interrupted by Alisage, and they're going to try and turn this one around with the tag team. Flo, he's taking a bit of damage, but able to escape to the trees. So far, no deaths up here at top. Everybody's staying alive for the time being.
I expect to see a lot of action in this top lane.
Oh, yeah.
At the same time, there is a Slug soloing against an Omni Knight. Omni Knight's usually quite good in 1v1s against melee heroes, but as we spoke about before, he's still kind of passive. So I expect Ark to have a pretty good time here.
Yeah, he seems to do okay when he gets these solo lanes. Does he play a lot of mid lane Ark, or is he exclusively a carry player?
I think in pubs he plays a fair amount of mid as well, but
I'm
he's
sure I've seen
mostly
it.
playing. Say, I know him from back in the day for his PL and Monkey.
So, 1 minute 23 into this game so far. I hope the players are doing okay in the heat. What's the heat like over with you? Where are you, sir?
I am currently in Amsterdam, and it's pretty scorching hot as well.
Okay. Enjoying it?
It's alright. I have a fan. Like the physical thing. I don't have like
You don't have
actual
any
fans.
Oh, that's sad. No, that took a depressing turn. I have a blowy fan as well. So it's
I
doing
used
me
to
good.
have air conditioning, but then I moved out.
What first world problem is that? Eh,
I know, right?
you poor man. Or should we start you a GoFundMe? Go fund Wingblades AC. Meanwhile, it looks like Slayer could be living up eponymously right now, but kind of inverse eponymously as the stuns come in and the damage is through, and that is one dead Rubik.
So far, it looks like Boogie's having a pretty good time against the Slug one-on-one, but that's kind of expected before Ike gets any points in the Ascent shift. Right now, Omni Knight should be totally fine, just because of the efficiency of his purification. He has a lot of mangoes as well, so his vitamin C values are gonna be pretty good here.
Oh, the top, they
At the
dive deep
same
and get a
time-
kill and Always Want to Fly, and it looks like the Stars Tusk might be going down in response. Yep, certainly will. So it's an even trade right now. In fact, maybe a little bit favorable even for FlyToMoon as WindAndRain goes super aggressive and don't come off with that much. Still, Slayer,
Iceberg.
he's not chilling. He's not holding back. He keeps on going. Throwing in the blasts. Finally will back himself away.
Yeah, he can be kind of aggressive because Tusk doesn't have the snowball yet. As soon as he gets his level 2, it's gonna be so much carry for FlyToMoon. If he even takes the snowball, shards are super scary as well.
Yeah. Meanwhile, mid, we haven't really talked about this lane so much, but Iceberg is crushing it. 17-3 compared to the last rank's 14-2, so, you know, no huge advantage start, right? But still, Iceberg doing pretty well.
Looks like always wanna fly TP bottom just to make sure that Ark has the good start that he needs.
Yep, very important. I suppose just using a power
I
shot
mean,
to spam out creep waves.
I don't really blame him either because their tri lane is a lot weaker than WindAndRain's. So even with 3 heroes, they're probably not gonna win it.
Slayer, he's rocking that. What's it called? The effect.
The sigil thing, right?
Yeah, yeah. Do you have to equip that to a hero specifically, or?
I think it's a global item.
Oh, right. That's weird. How far is he? Ooh, a lot of. Oh, he's maxed out the Arcana. Good job. 89 Rubik wins. So what's the end one? We could see a green Chronosphere this game. Well, no, we couldn't, but you never know. If only there was. Do you ever play the Pokemon games?
Pokemon game?
Wish. No, it's okay. Yeah. Have you ever played Pokemon games?
I haven't for a long time, but I used to.
No, me neither. But did you use? Yeah. Okay. So do you remember Togepi had a move called Metronome?
I do remember Togepi, but not his moves.
Alright, so Metronome allowed him to cast a completely random spell from, like, a skill.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
When are we going to get that in Dota? I mean, we've got Morphling who steals spells, we've got Rubik who steals spells. Let's just have someone who creates a random spell. Spellforge, if you will.
That would be super awesome, but I feel like that would cause the suicide of multiple Valve developers.
Absolutely. Rubik getting stunned up, but a nice counter stun from Flo. Going to bind the space he needs to get himself away. Slayer on the run. Also going to find himself a cheeky bounty rune as well. Faye still not letting up right now, but there's a shrine and he's got a stun in 4 seconds, which is not going to be remotely close. Although Slayer decides not to use the shrine and will just keep on running. Faye is not giving up though. Stun comes in, and with the Venture as well, they might actually get this one. The anti-armor, a couple
He
more right
needs 2
clicks.
hits.
Faye, he needs to get this right now because he's in so deep. He doesn't really have a choice. Slayer though, he's just making so much space. He's spamming on the chat wheel. Then getting the tips. The creeps, they're coming in. They're blocking him. He's getting blocked by his own creeps. He's got another stun in 1 second. Slayer's still on the run. Surely this is it. The stun connects. The kill is gone. Faye TPing back up top. Was it worth it? No.
I'm not sure. He missed like.
Yeah, 238
Three
is a lot. Oh my god. Ooh, Tusk. Tusk. He's gone. He's out of here. Flo gets the cheeky one with retaliate charges. Only 6 of them, but that's all he needed. They're going to keep the chase going. Now stuns come out from both of them. The right click's coming through with the Fate Bolt, producing it. And he's going to get away. No, Faye. He's still chasing for kills. He doesn't get this one, though. Flo makes it to the trees. Faye has to back himself away and takes a ton of damage in the process. Not worth as Slayer comes in and gets a kill onto Elasash as well, so he doesn't even get to survive with support. As Slayer continues to harass onto Faye as well, forcing him right back to the tower. Not good for the Sven down here.
Alisage got greedy. He didn't stun the Centaur because he thought he was dead. But Flo got like, I don't know, 6 Stout Shield procs in a row. So he's gonna be buying some Compendium levels to thank Papa Gaben. At the same time, Boogie is still completely owning this bottom lane. I expected Ark to do a lot better here, but he's getting ran down really hard.
Ooh, okay, nice pounce. Meanwhile, up at top, always want to fly another Sash die. It's only support, so I don't really want to see that anyway. If you want to watch supports get killed, then I don't know. Go watch a YouTube compilation of kittens being. Oh, no, I'm not going to continue that sentence. As Faye is on the run right now. The sun comes in. That's a root holding him still. Going for the TP out, actually, but the double are just going to finish him off, and the Fate Bolt as well. Those spells both off cooldown, making short work of the TPing Sven. Now he doesn't have a TP to get back to lane. Faye is, he is not visiting Efficiency Town. In fact, he's in the opposite town.
No, Matt, I just have to say I really love your analogies today. They're completely on point.
Thank you. Yeah, we're going on a ride. You know, it's hot. My brain's not quite working properly. I've been working in physical labor since 8 a.m. So, yeah, we're definitely on the Nomad Exhaustion train, which has led to some wonderful places before, and I'm sure we'll again. And the top lane, Flo comes out with the stun split. Earth is going to miss from Wish, who makes his rotation in, but should still clean up this kill all the same. Flo comes in, tries to get a little bit of extra damage off before he goes down, but go down he shall, as Wish decides to take this camp as well.
Rotation by Iceberg on this Omni.
Yeah,
No
they're going
escape.
for him. They should get him, right? They should get a ooh, bad power shot, but the right click's coming in. Needs to close his gap, though. He's got the wind running 1 second. Sees where he's gone. Keeping the chase going. Still got that focus fire, but guesses right up. Never mind, he sees him. He gets him. Iceberg never doubted for a second. Meanwhile, at mid, I always want to fly. It's fine. A couple of heroes hanging around. LSR's just going to go put down a cheeky ward or two.
Faye getting really low in this top lane, but not quite enough damage.
Yeah, this Sven is miserable. 27 CS he's got. 2.7k net worth.
Is under attack.
At least
below.
he has a few kills, I suppose.
Yeah.
But yeah, it isn't really
silver
an ideal
linings.
start for a Sven. You kind of wanna
Oh, they saw them
rise
smoke
far
as well.
above the start.
They saw them smoke. They're running away. Foiled their plan. It was a good one, but unfortunately, it is going to result in Note.
And Ark is being completely left alone right now. We see Sven struggling to buy his Gloves of Haste for the Midas, while Ark is just 100 gold away from it.
Okay, report Slayer. I don't even care if he lives right now. He's not even going to live. Report this guy. He saw them coming. They had it on the ward. He was like, oh, I can hide in the trees. Come on, dude. Come on. That's a kill for Faye, which he sorely needed. Puts him above the Centaur in net worth, which isn't much, but it's a victory they'll take right now, and they're going to go for this tower as well. This kill just results in so much. Like, when you see them TPing like that, you got to run, especially when they have this big vision, which they have two of. They've got the Wave of Terror from the Vengeful Spirit, which is like a line of vision, and then you got the Tusk, which gives vision upon where the Ice Shards are casted, so they're always going to know.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Don't be greedy, kids. Not even once.
You know, I have this... Oh, we see a big fight breaking
Yeah, it's a
out on this
really
top
big
lane.
fight right now. As in goes the Oracle, running himself away, but healing himself up, he's going to be alright. Meanwhile, Boogie caught out a little bit on the sidelines, but they can't quite find the damage. No one's actually dying right now, it seems, as Boogie heals himself up and is going to be absolutely fine. Nobody is actually in the ground just yet, and it doesn't look like anybody is going to be. There's Killimancer hanging out in the trees.
They're setting something up on Wish.
Yeah, they are going hard onto this boy right now. Do they have enough damage to bring him down before he brings them down? He will get one. If Slark didn't dodge that stun, that would have been a double kill for sure. And actually, Killimancer, he's coming in. He wants to try and make sure it is a kill, but he doesn't stay. He doesn't have the mana to stay and get off that tag team and finish the job. So Slark will actually just be able to run himself away. And that is going to be very disappointing for the side of Wind and Rain, as that was so nearly beautiful for them, but unfortunately it ends up being pretty meh.
Yep. It's a shame that Tusk is so low level. If he was level 6, that was a dead slug for sure. He's only now buying the Tom,
Dire's bottom
struggling
tower
to even get his level 5.
Yep. Feeling like a shaved sheep in the winter right now, as Wish cleans up these creeps at mid and gets this push coming in. Slayer just doing his best. Luckily, you know, Rubik plus Split Earth equals no creeps. It's a good situation.
Yeah, it's so nice to have another AoE nuke on Rubik, because you can just instantly kill creep wave.
Yeah, always feels nice.
It looks really rough for Wind and Rain right now, because they don't really have an answer for Slark at the moment.
are fortified.
We spoke about them having reliable stuns, but they are not instant stuns.
All the snowball
Ooh,
forwards
Slayer.
onto Slayer, but they're not committing to this kill right now. They're actually holding themselves back, and they might get the return kill. In fact, they certainly will. FlyToMoon retaliate hard and get the kill onto the Killimancer himself. And this is just sloppy, stuff like that. Like, you don't run forwards like that with your full team behind you and not commit to the fight. You just give a kill, give them the advantage you have, waste the time of everybody who is there at mid. I could go on. The list it's not endless, because that's a technical impossibility, but it's very, very long.
Looks like FlyToMoon is wrapping around on this mid lane.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
sure if
They're
Wind
hungry and
Rain's
they
gonna
don't
see
know
this
they're coming in on the middle lane. This could be a disaster right now, as they've even swapped in the Centaur for the perfect stomp. They actually get the kill before the fight breaks out. Now Iceberg trying to deal the damage onto the Slark, onto the high ground they go. Wish gets a double kill onto Float and Slayer, but Boogie is brought down as they try and chase down Killimancer as well. Iceberg, he's running down the river and he's going to have the right clicks to finish the job. The wand is there. Nearly Iceberg backing away. He's got the power shot. Doesn't need it. Maelstrom proc comes through. Meanwhile, they're pinging out the Slark. They really want the big boy, but always want to fly his head to back him up as well. So Slark will not be any danger. Everyone's going to get out okay, and everyone's got a big smile on their face on the side of... Oh, never mind. Iceberg finds another one. He finds that cheeky +1. And yeah, that was very good for FlyToMoon.
Dire's top tower
They lose their supports. who really cares?
Yep. That was a huge fight, but I don't feel like
nice fight
anyone
recap.
really came out on top. Maybe FlyToMoon got like 300 more gold, but I don't think it's really significant either way.
No. Well, according to the fight recap, the only spell that was used was the power shot. So, you know, just looked so chaotic, but really it was just one power shot. Who knew?
Guess it must have been an illusion.
Is under attack.
Yeah, something like that, dude. I don't know. Or maybe the fight recap's just trash. Oh, Iceberg! Beautiful shackle, but unfortunately results in nothing, but still. You got to give him credit for making them play. And he gives away the wall. Okay, that was awful, but such an Iceberg move. Such an Iceberg
It's so
move.
nice playing Rubik against Omni Knight because any spell you steal is really good.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Thank God you can't spell Degenora. Spell? Steal. Well, I guess technically you can't spell it if you can't steal it.
I can spell it,
Radiant's
I'm
bottom
sure.
tower is under attack.
You can or you can't?
I can.
You can. Good job.
Dire are
Congrats on not
scanning.
being stupid.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I didn't say I wasn't stupid. I can just
I'll
spell.
jump into conclusions. Well, there's a snowball coming in. Onto always want to fly right now. Punched into the air. They're trying to hold him down and smash him into the ground. And they will certainly be able to do so. But now they turn around looking for more. It's going to be the Rubik as well. Again, both the supports falling on the side of FlyToMoon and Flo trying to run himself away. He's a centaur. He's got 4 legs, but Sven is quicker with his only 2. And he's got the God Strength as well to rip through his defensive with the stuns to follow up as well. They'll be able to get this kill onto the pretty pony. Flo goes down. And now the tower will be the next victim for WindAndRain as they've managed to find themselves a little bit of momentum right here. But meanwhile, they're actually pushing 2 lanes at the same time. But wait, Wish, he's on top of Iceberg right now, and the TP coming in from the Slark as well. The snowball coming through. They've got the Sharks, but the Sharks are terrible. And Iceberg's able to run himself away. Now he's maybe going to turn this one around with the focus power onto Killimancer. He's trying to get his way up to the high ground, but turns around now with the tag team. Gets himself the pounce onto the Killimancer. He's trying to make himself up. Nice split earth, but taken off immediately. The stun comes in, and Arx finishes off the kill with the right click. Nicely done. FlyToMoon, they made a mess of it, but they did finally get that kill and punish WindAndRain for daring to only bring 2 heroes to an engagement.
I feel like this game is slowly turning into a pub game.
I feel like it's been a pub game from the start.
Right, so Flo working towards the vanguards. He's kind of poor. He doesn't really have a blink coming anytime soon, so he's just content to sit in this side lane to try and catch up.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh my god. Retaliate.
Radiant's bottom tower
Giving him 325 damage. Is that balanced? I don't feel like that's balanced. Why aren't people building Battle Furies on Centaur? Oh, I guess
Please
because
don't
Retaliate's only
start this no math.
Okay. Okay. This isn't actually something I've tried. Usually I suggest some funny stuff because I've seen it tried. But
is under attack.
no, I guess you only get Retaliate from Tower and Heroes, right? So, middle lane. They're going to throw down the stun. Wind Ranger tried to go for something aggressive here, but actually the swap doesn't save him. And he's still on the run. With the Stolen Stampede, he's going to get out okay. Iceberg, the aggressive man, he gets away with it again. There's no
By the
stopping
way,
this
no
guy.
man, you missed the kill on Slark.
No, I
I
didn't.
saw it, but I didn't
No,
want
I
to
didn't.
interrupt you.
Lies. This is fake news, as Donald Trump would say.
So haste on Iceberg.
How do they kill
That's
the Slark?
another excuse for him to be aggressive.
This man doesn't need excuses. He's got the mind of a warrior.
Okay.
And the physique of one as well, actually, is he's just kind of standing in front of... Okay, all right, that was weird. That was weird. I guess that wasn't the target they wanted?
I have to say, Faye is doing an admirable job of catching up. He had his Midas like 5 minutes later than the Slack, and right now he's 500 gold ahead.
Yeah,
And
man,
that's before he even clears up this stack here.
that kill, which shouldn't happen on the Slark, has really thrown things back in the Sven's favor as he goes to that cheeky
mean the
right-
kill
oh,
you
we
missed,
left
yeah.
it for him, didn't
I
we?
agree.
I'm a very, very good observer.
Fortified.
I am a very, very good observer. I don't miss any kills. Ask
So-
all my friends. I'll tell you the same thing. Actually, had someone ring me up the other day and say, Nomad, why are you so good at observing? You never miss a kill. How is that? Meanwhile, Slarky's jumping onto Killimancer right now. The lift up, the throw down, the kill is going to come in. Eventually. One more hit. Come on. They finally get it done. But now Wish, he's running down that Slark, but he's got the pounce up onto the high ground. Meanwhile, the backlines of the fight with Flo tried to go for something. Maybe that was just creeps he was trying to kill there. He's happy
Oh,
to
Ike
sit on
is
the
in
front
this
lines.
one spot where you can't leave. He has to leap out because it's a really weird spot there on the Radiant high ground.
Is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Someone make a Reddit post, get this fixed. Summer
It's
scrub.
fixed, summer scrub. No, I like the bits in the trees which you can get stuck on.
It's not even in the trees, it's just
Oh.
a weird bit of terrain.
Oh, okay.
Even if you cut all the trees, you still get stuck on heroes like Ghost Spirit and Stark.
Yeah.
Looks like WindAndRain gonna go for a Roche here. This is very scary because FlyToMoon has full vision of this. They even have a sentry down.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Blast in. Nice
Spooky.
little combo there with the Fortune's End and the jump and the stun, but now a quick retaliate from the Sven as he throws down the spun, trying to chase him down. Snowball going to come through
beautiful
onto
shots.
two. That is very tasty. He's stolen the Snowball and the Rubik just to try and buy himself a little bit of time, but go down he will. Slayer takes the fall as Faye does kill him. Iceberg still trying to play around right now as he throws in the shackle and gets himself out, but the swap comes in to always want to fly. Don't think he's surviving this one. No, he will not. Instantly obliterated as WindAndRain. They grab themselves too. This might open up Roshan for them actually, but it's Luck and Flow. They're still looking. Lesage, where's his team? They just ran back into the pit and forgot about you. That doesn't feel too great. Now you've lost your support and things are getting even, but never mind. Iceberg tried to go back in, tried to get the cheeky wraparound kill, as he is very well known for doing. And unfortunately, it didn't pay off this time around. WindAndRain read him like a book, or they just reacted quickly. I don't really know which, because we didn't quite see the
Hey.
start of that engagement. What's he doing? There's two heroes
He's
on him right
best.
now. Team, get over here. The snowball, it's coming. Is it going to be there quick enough? It did not come. And now Faye is dead. And now Killimancer on the run as well. But with this diffusal blade, he's going to be slowed down, pounced up, brought down, dark packed out, and Killimancer dead. Another TP is coming in over towards this middle lane right now as the storm comes on the backlands as well. That is a very unhealthy Leshrac. He's got the Yule though to try and buy himself a little bit of time as Ark's trying to slow him down. Diffusal blade comes out, but they're taking so much damage. He's stunned up. Ark, he might be going down, but no, just about surviving this one, but finally gets run down. There's the Elmi Knight coming in with the Guardian Angel, but Rubik steals it and uses it for himself, only for himself as he tries to get himself out. I don't think he will be escaping. Slayer trying to get to the pit, but no purification will finish him off. Meanwhile, Killimancer gets size work. Oh, okay, Iceberg finds yet another turnaround. How many turnarounds it's been? 4, 5? I don't know. Everybody seems to have died at some point in the last 5 minutes, and it is actually going to be a kind of advantage for FlyToMoon somehow. 1,200 gold change for them. 100 gold gained for FlyToMoon over the last few fights. I don't know what's happened. Oh, because the Tusk brought back. Gotcha. All right, I understand.
Iceberg does have a BKB though, so that's gonna help a little bit in staying alive. At the same time though, Tusk still has the Warrior's Punch that goes both through BKB and through evasion. So that's
Yeah.
quite scary.
It's a very good tool in the WindAndRain toolbox.
But yeah, honestly, I don't really know what's happening this game. Both
Oh, good.
teams are just throwing heroes at each other.
I love it when my analysts say that. What's going on? I don't know.
WindAndRain gonna finish the Roche, most likely.
Yep.
I
let's say,
smell
go
something
on,
is up.
Go on. Go on.
Hesitant
Go
to
on.
something.
3, 2, 1. Yeah. He's not going for it. 0 out of
bash?
10.
Ooh. It's the hidden Roche passive of always bashing when he's low HP.
Yep. Should definitely be a thing.
I wish Icefrog would just add more annoying stuff.
Okay, you're
Like
a bad
hidden
person.
passives and shit that just only exist to annoy people and to screw with pro games.
Yep, you are a bad person. Oracle, you alright here, buddy? Oh, nope, definitely not. Definitely not. That's a freebie. He went on a warding mission, or yeah, he had 1 sentry on him, so I guess we can call it a warding mission. Oh, we just got these down. Okay, I'll say that's kind of okay, as long as they stay out for a little bit of time. Meanwhile, Iceberg trying to get this tower. Killimancer rudely interrupting, and now with the Fortify coming in as well, it's going to take a little lot longer. In fact, they're a little bit scared of the TPs as well. They should be. There's 4 heroes coming in right now. Make it 5 as everybody's turning up to this party. Unfortunately, FlyToMoon should be able to get home quite safely, just as a designated driver always should. Iceberg still hanging around in the trees here. Look at this guy. What are you doing? He's got the BKB and he wants to make some use of it right now. Will be able to do so as he jumps in, but the punch comes out. Meanwhile, they just turn around. They want to kind of kill off this Tusk, but he's got the snowball. It's going to buy him a lot of time. The swap comes out onto Iceberg, trying to drag him out of position, trying to waste the time. The double swap. So annoying right now, but there's the false promise up from the high ground. Faye, he's just laying into him right now, and he's got an Aegis, so he doesn't even care what happens to himself, but it doesn't seem to matter right now as Iceberg trying to get up onto the high ground. Not really taking too much damage thanks to that false promise, and the heals coming through. Nice shackle holding them back, allowing Flo to buy a little bit more time to maybe find a point of engagement here. If they can jump in and blow someone else, it might be a fight, but no, they got the stun, they got the damage. Iceberg, snowball in as well. He needs to get out. He needs to find a way out of this fight, and the ice shots are absolutely perfect, blocking him up. He needs to find a way back to his team. He's trying to get out, but it's not going to happen. Iceberg is dropped. WindAndRain find the killer. Now Faye just running up onto the high ground right now, trying to give him the old Iceberg razzle dazzle, but realizes that maybe he should back out and wait for his team and push in a more conventional sense as they look at this high ground, but they'll back themselves out because they're getting cut. Ark, he's got his butter knife out and he's cutting up this creep wave right now, but now needs to get himself out. Scarpus, but there's a TP coming in. Uh-oh, getting a bit hot under the collar right now as Wish trying to keep him locked down. Easier said than done. A jump over the trees, still trying to play some acrobatic Dota right now as he's got that purge coming in, just going to get all of these stuns going away, but here comes the Yules. He's going to be able to get out this Shadow Dance, but they've got more than enough surface damage to keep him low. And, well, one more pounce. It's not enough. The ping comes out on the high ground, but he's not even there. He's dead.
He tried to get to the low ground with that jump, but he ended up next to the Sentais, and at that point, there was no escape. He did create a lot of space, though. Maybe... I mean, you totally had the time to find the Benny Hill soundtrack to play under that.
Yeah, it's true. I did. If it wasn't copyrighted, I would definitely play that in every cast.
Is it? Isn't it
Yeah,
like
it is.
too old?
Hmm?
Isn't it like too old? Didn't the copyright expire?
It's definitely copyrighted because YouTubers always get caught by that one.
Right, fair enough.
Top
Phase.
lane, tier 2 tower, not lasting very long, especially thanks to this Solar Crest being pumped onto the Sven.
Yep, AC as well. This Sven is
Look
really
at this
fast.
guy. Up onto the high ground. God's strength being used. FlyToMoon. They are struggling to deal with this guy right now.
And this is just Omni Knight. It's so hard to stop this Sven from hitting. He doesn't even need a BKB.
And goodbye top racks. They're all swept away with the big sword of the Sven. And that's some real damage on
this
Ark. He
TP.
needs to get the pounce. He does get it off in time, and now they can look towards Faye. He's got the Aegis of Immortality, though, for another minute. So it's not really looking like a great kill for them right now, as Slayer's actually the only one to die so far. And Faye's just running at them. Slark, you need to be careful, my dude. Be careful he
That's
shall be,
classic
but Iceberg,
Faye.
they're wrapping around from behind. Can they actually find anybody here who's just this... Well, Tusk is... he's given his life for the greater cause. He buys a Blink Dagger and says, "Take me!" It's going to take them some time, but he will be dropping all the same. Slayer says, "I'll just grab myself a cheeky spell before that
Hey,
happens."
once again.
Yeah, ooh, a bad miss with that pounce, actually. They pop the Centaur ulti. They really want to try and go for this one, but the shards are a little bit off the mark from the Rubik, and that allows the Sven to get away safely.
Feels slightly sloppy by FlyToMoon.
Yeah, Ark's
Missing,
still going
like,
for
all
it,
of
though.
their
This dude is, like, not chilling right now, and they might be able to get a kill at the perfect time. 1 second until his Aegis runs out. They've got it perfectly. There's going to be no Aegis for this death, and that is a kill. Really bad timing for the Sven, but fantastic timing for FlyToMoon. I can't help but feel that was planned a little bit as Wish tries to get himself away, and should be successful in doing so. I feel like they nearly got baited into jumping onto that one. They were like, "Oh, he's going to come back. He's got the Aegis. Oh, wait a minute. No, he don't." Another poor ice shards from Slayer. Yeah, definitely get new spells, bro. Get a different spell. That one's not really working out for you.
Let's get some single target shit.
Yeah, that would be much nicer. As Iceberg comes on the backlines with his BKB. He's just doing no damage right now, though, trying to hammer
Nice
some
swap,
people down.
by the
But
way,
yeah, fantastic swap. Just gets both of them out scot-free. Tusk? Not really sure this is a place you should be. Last time I understood why you kind of ran at everybody. This time, no. But they won't be able to take their own racks just yet. It's not a huge swing, but it definitely is a swing towards FlyToMoon's favor right now. Dropping
I
that
feel like
gold.
both teams are just filled with professional darts players because they're really good at throwing.
Nice, nice. I was wondering where you're going with that. Slant.
Faye, please,
He's
please.
looking.
don't get
He's
caught.
looking. Does he have some teammates? He's certainly got some teammates, and now they jump in. They got the lift. They've got the buzz. In comes Boogie trying to save the day. We'll be able to get that purification off, and the more important Heavenly Grace allow the Sven to escape. Ah, Sven Omni. What a ridiculous combination of heroes.
At the same time, Slug is getting so many Essence Shift stacks though, because of this Sven.
Yeah. It's something.
Like he has his BKB now as well. It's gonna be really hard for WindAndRain to lock him down.
Yeah, it's a really great BKB.
Even if Slug is behind this Sven in items, I feel like he can very easily man fight him. Iceberg has a nullifier as well. It doesn't dispel the Omni Heavenly Grace because that spell is just broken, but it's still a
Wish.
very good item this game.
Wish! He's dead. He's just straight up dead. Caught out in the middle lane, decided to go for some kills when everyone was missing off the map. Tried to go for some creeps. And it cost him a lot. They're going to want this buyback, FlyToMoon. They have managed to get themselves quite a few kills in a row now. Now they're going deep as well. The Omni Knight, this hero cannot die, but he is dead. Does have buyback. In comes a Stampede as well. They're going to find yet another one. A swap comes out, and that is absolutely great. Whose swap was that? Must have been the Rubik's, right? As they jump forward, Sven, he's still on the run right now, and there's a lot of buybacks. They're looking to punish this over-aggression right now. They're in the base. They're easy pickings. How many can they get on the retreat right now? This could be a closer fight than I make it out, though, as Iceberg pops a BKB and starts to unload the damage, but there's a GA coming in, but they've managed to get the kill onto Slayer all the same, and look at them just drop right now as Faye is taken out for a second time. Arc being jumped upon as well, though. It's now a battle of the mid laners as Iceberg is the loser of that battle. Beaten down on the steps of the enemy base. Great buybacks coming in from WindAndRain. They kill all but one as the Oracle
I
limps
love
away
how
from this
they're
fight.
chasing next to the throne when they haven't even taken the tier 2.
Yep. That's Iceberg things right now. That was an Iceberg call if ever I've seen one.
I mean, that was looking really good, and then the buybacks came out and they just got shreked. And now there is 40 seconds without either of the important cores on FlyToMoon. So WindAndRain could try to make something happen, but it looks like it's not gonna be high ground. It's gonna be
Yeah, they
Roche.
want Roche. They want the big boy. Very reserved by them, I must say. Why has Boogie got 3k health with Heavenly Grace on him?
It's so stupid.
It's insane. He doesn't really have any tanky items. Absolute madness.
It says that in the client people cannot hear you. Might wanna
Yep.
check it out.
Yep, we can sort that out quickly. Done.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Right, so Sven does have the Aegis, but at the same time, Sven is a pretty mediocre Aegis carrier because he only has 1 God Strength anyway. And without God Strength, he's just a very big chunk of Essence Shift waiting to
Pretty
be
much.
taken.
Yeah, MKB gonna help him get through some of this evasion which the Wind Ranger has. Slark didn't really go for any butterfly or anything like that.
Are they gonna find someone here?
It looks like
Seems
Iceberg
unlikely.
would be very nice, and he is seen, but he's got the wind run, he's also got the invis talent as well, so an easy escape.
There was an
Right.
Oracle behind as well, even if they did find the
Oh,
jump.
right. Yeah.
Really hard to get a pick off like that.
Dire's bottom tower
Yeah, these purges, very, very nice. Very useful in a lot of situations.
has fallen.
Power shots just being fired on, trying to get rid of these creeps. They're feeling very weak right now, FlyToMoon. They had their opportunity and they did blow it a little bit.
Radiant structures
A lot of pings.
The WindAndRain is spending a lot of time on this bottom lane, and at the same time, Slack is pressuring top. Looks like they're committing for this.
Okay, he's doing a
Tower
fantastic
here.
job, but in they go, and wow, look at this Sven go. He has got an insane amount of damage with that Heavenly Grace on him. Even without it on him, he's still doing a lot as he's just tearing through the range barrier barracks right now. They've got the disarm, but it doesn't last very long. They're going to use a focus fire as well. Faye's just tanking it up right now. He's got the Aegis. This time he is going to be not dying. He's still absolutely fine, but a great shackle onto 2 actually from the 4-staffs, ruining that one a little bit. An amazing snowball, saving them all as they blink themselves away. Arc with his BKB just ticking out. Maybe they get the kill. Yep, Elder Slash will be going down. Stomp. No, he cancels. Never mind. Shackle comes in. They get the kill into the Sven. This is a huge target. They're trying to guard him here. Iceberg just running right the way forward. Everybody else gathering around Faye. They're gathering around like a group of campers. Gets around a campfire as they just set him on fire and take him down. Goodbye, Faye, as they do fail to take the high ground. Well, they take the melee racks. That is the second melee racks taken, but still, losing your Sven is not a trade they wanted to make.
Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna make the pun.
Okay.
Faye is being very sloppy with his TPs. This is the second time that he tries to TP out and he gets caught.
Yeah.
In general, Wish. It's gonna be fine. In general, it's a lot better to just walk away as a team, as opposed to TPing like this. Kilomancer has a blink 1 second.
Oh,
gonna get
cancels out. Arc, he's chasing. He's chasing. He probably gets this kill. Let's see. There's a shard. No, doesn't really do him any favors. Trapped in the trees and beaten to death. Meanwhile, they've actually gone for the swap play onto the Oracle right now. He's in a really bad position. Flo trying to help him out, but the stun doesn't do anything, but they're just trying to dish the damage onto the Vengeful Spirit instead. This Oracle, do you think he's going to survive? Place your bets.
I think he's fine.
Yeah. Ah, what a surprise.
He just went for the poor man's TP.
Oh, that's nice.
Like looking for something in this Radiant jungle. Doesn't look like he's finding anything though.
No, doesn't really.
Slug with an Arcane Rune is so scary. It
4.2
almost
second dark
reduces
pack,
duration
5.6 pounds.
of disable as much as Omni Knight. When constantly pressing Q. At the same time, even with all the untimely deaths for Faye, he's still leading the net worth chart by quite a bit.
Oh, they're jumping forwards. They're looking for this ledge track, and they nearly got him, but he eats the cheese to get himself away, and the swap as well going to help out. So they're going to have to settle for the Vengeful Spirit, which is, well, it's a bad consolation prize.
WindAndRain really has to be careful because they are getting picked off so often, and it gives a lot of space for FlyToMoon to take back control of this map.
Yeah, but at the same time, you know, that kill isn't worth a lot, and they've committed quite a lot to it, giving away their positioning. But Boogie, is this where you want to be right now? The stun's going to come in. Sluggy didn't manage to get the dart packed off, but in comes a false promise to get him out of there anyway. And now they're just turning their attention. Faye, he's dropping really low, but is able to get out thanks to that stampede. They're both clearing out right now. FlyToMoon also being cautious. Nobody really willing to commit with this Venge buyback. That is going to be enough to force back the Russian boys. Wait, no, I spoke to Ukrainian, isn't he? The Ukrainian or
CIS
Russian?
boy.
CIS boys, thank you. Yeah, you got my back.
Dire's middle tower is under
I can't remember if he's Russian or anyway. It's a thin line, this game. A very, very thin line.
I think Flo and Ark are Russian and the rest is Ukrainian.
Okay. Yeah, because Iceberg played on Team Ukraine Blue for WESG, I believe. So he's probably Ukrainian.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense.
It would. That's some simple logic right there. Ark, he's hanging around in the nighttime. Yeah, he sees Faye. Faye does not see him. This is Slark's increased night vision going to work.
Looks
With
like
this guy. He's playing around the
wants to
vision
set up something.
beautifully. He's playing around this
Flo
vision
is still
absolutely
very far away.
beautifully. My goodness.
Radiant are scanning.
Now he's considering. And they see
So-
the ward and get rid of it.
Yep. It's so nice to have a Slug. You just instantly see when they place the ward, gets dewarded. It's really hard for WindAndRain to have any vision control here.
Slark, he's taking a stun to the face here. Didn't want to pop the BKB for that one. Quite sensibly as well, as there was no threat. They're fighting for the runes pretty hastily right now, as it does end up being an arcane. As you said, Slug with an arcane rune, pretty good. He's going to come for it. He's also so close to his 25. Surely you won this before you fight, right? Actually, Slug's is kind of meh.
Yeah, I mean, it's always nice, but it's not too significant.
Yeah, it's one of those win harder kind of talents. It doesn't really help you swing games very easily, but it's definitely a win harder stat.
I actually prefer the other one, the Shadow Dance duration.
Yeah, I do as well.
With
In
the
most
Aghanim shot as
situations.
well, that's your team being immune for 5.5 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty good against Sven. Someone getting bursted, just pop ulti.
Just ult, lol. But then if anybody's out of it or any creep is out of it, then it's completely useless. So, pretty all in for 4,200 gold. But yeah,
The
if Roche
radius
drops
is-
it.
Like, the range is so big. It's
They
like
buffed
half
it,
the
didn't
bloody
they?
map.
Not quite sure that's accurate, but yeah, it's pretty big. They're looking WindAndRain. They might walk up this one right now. FlyToMoon, do they actually want to go for this one? They're looking at Boogie instead, but it looks like they're very hesitant to actually go here as they're just chasing him down. The supports are the ones on the back lines, and they're going to get caught out here. We always want to fly. Well, he actually gets pooped through the trees thanks to his ice shards, but yeah, this is definitely a dead Oracle. The damage comes through. They're just stacking it up right now. Watch him explode, and they just turn their backs. Cool guys don't look at explosions, and always want to fly certainly did explode there.
Goodness. Ike is actually going for a Mjolnir. Very interesting item choice. Generally, when slugs want to deal a little bit more DPS, they tend to just go for a Moonshot. But Ike opting to go for the Mjolnir. I guess it's nice in a way because you have some magic damage as well against like Omni Knight's ulti as well as the Warcry. So it makes some sense.
Yeah, I think it's more to do with the fact that they're missing 2 melee barracks, so it helps kind of cut through those creep waves a little bit easier, because now the Dark Pack can't just cleave through those melee creeps by itself.
Yeah, true. I was gonna mention that I actually much prefer the Dark Pack damage as well. It just helps so much with pushing out creep waves. I don't feel like 1 second of extra leash is that significant anymore. That talent started out as 3 seconds, and it has been slowly reduced every few patches. I feel like in 5 patches, the talent is gonna reduce the duration by half a second.
Seems good.
I mean, Ice Frog just really enjoys nerfing Slug.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think Slug's my most played hero, weirdly.
Yeah, same.
Oh, buddies, we were born to cast together. A bond created by fate itself. Goodness.
Yep. We can share like chemo rooms together from all the cancer we're spreading.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Yeah, my biggest revelation moment from which took my Slark up from like a kind of bad tier to like a not so bad tier was when I discovered directional movement. Oh my goodness,
yeah,
that's
it's
a game
great.
changer on Slark. Then you start using on other heroes like with 4-staff and such. It's a very useful thing to have.
Very nice for Shadow Fiend as well.
Yeah.
This
Roshan
Roach
doesn't
drops
exist.
super fast.
That was disgustingly quick, actually. I threw
And
up my
Aghanim's
mouth a
on
little bit.
Omni. So it's gonna be global and give regen to buildings as well.
Yep, don't even have to be in the neighborhood. I have to say, despite the regen to buildings, I've never seen anybody spamming it off cooldown just to heal up buildings before, which is kind of disappointing, but then again, it is still like, you know, a big cooldown. 2 minutes.
And it's like an extra double glyph that also gives regen
Yeah.
and works on units. It's so strong.
You know what a clutch play I want to see in the future is an Omni Knight when they're pushing high ground in the base race, just like 4-staff over to the enemy base, sell all their items through an Aghanims, and then drop that ulti to win the game. That would be insane.
Would be possible if he had a casual point booster in his inventory for some reason.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Maybe he was building a Skadi before.
Well, he could have been building the Ags and then just, you know, didn't quite get there and then sells all his items for it. No, I'm still willing to believe. That's how TI is going to end. Clip this,
Okay.
save it somewhere, and this is how TI is going to end. I don't know who's playing. I just know that that's the exact series of events, and everyone's going to lose their minds. Chairs will be
Right,
wet.
bagged and tagged. We'll see.
Yep, we'll see. I don't mean... I'm not sure if I meant this TI, by the way. My clairvoyance is a little bit shaky on that. It could be like next TI or TI 15 or TI 20, TI 31. Not too sure, but it's going to happen one day. So
Could be the Intergalactical as well.
yeah, that's true. That's true. When we spread to the stars. Mind you, international will still mean intergalactic if it's just like human colonies because they're still nations.
Who knows? Maybe
I
we'll
know for
become
sure.
one giant Dota super nation.
We'll get our own country one day. That'd be cool. No, I wouldn't. I don't want to live with people that play Dota.
That sounds awful.
Yeah. Wake up in the morning, starts pouring your cereal. Some guy runs over. What are you doing? You're pouring it wrong. What the? I'm sorry.
Wait, you're implying that they're speaking English?
True, true. We will have developed our own language by then, I'm fairly sure. It'll only have 8 words, 7 of which will be swear words, and the other one will be go.
Oh, we'll just have pings.
We'll have, yeah, developed the ability to converse in binary. Meanwhile, Sven, he might be losing his Aegis, but no, the Omni Knight comes in. This hero is insane. This hero is honestly insane. That Slark trying to deal with him on the backline here, but he's actually getting punched up. He doesn't have the ultimate. He's going to have to get False Promise out of this with the BKB as well on top of it, and the ultimate. That is a big all-in from Slark in this fight right now, but they've got a great stun onto 3. But do they have the follow-up? It doesn't feel like they do. Iceberg, he's just firing shots into this fight and doing absolutely nothing. The stun comes out, but immediately repelled off by Slayer, but the punch is up. The damage is there. Slayer, he's unable to do anything more, and the kill is going to come through, and they're not even losing a single hero on the side of WindAndRain right now.
I'm actually quite surprised that Faye took the movement speed as opposed to the Dispel. Oh.
Ooh.
Because the
Indeed.
Dispel gets rid of Wind Run as well, which is very nice.
Jump in, stun. Well, that is a dead wish at the very least. Ark's done something and should have just saved their barracks. They're actually going for more here. This is going to be an Aegis on the Sven taken away. Still plenty of time left on that. And now they go for Elasash as well. Elasash with the 4-star from the Ghost Scepter as well. Kilomancer holding on the high ground as well. The stun comes out, but does get purged off by the Omni Knight. Caught myself. Nearly said repel. That would have been awful. Cast would have been ruined. Thank God.
Oh, Heavenly Grace now on the Slug next fight. That's gonna be so scary.
That's pretty good.
And it has permanent uptime as well for Rubik.
That is dirty.
Illusion.
There's even gonna be like some overlap where you can have it on 2 heroes.
Yeah, is that Omni can do when he gets 25, which he is now anyway? Oh, you went for the purification damage heal. Huh. Interesting. I'm not sure I like that.
Would have been quite good to have it on the Lash as well.
Yeah. One would have thought, but there we go. The choice has been made. Something we can do about it now. Honestly,
Speaking
I feel
about
like-
Lash, he does have his 25 too, which is one of the best talents in the game.
Yep. Usually with these talents, they either double or triple the effectiveness. You know, Edict, it gets boosted.
Hey,
massively.
come on, man!
Oh god, he's in an awful position. He's in an absolutely terrible position. He can't even get off the BKB. FlyToMoon take a huge step forward, but they do have buyback on the Sven if they want to use it, but they're going for kills right now. Elasash is the target, gets purged off. Slark, open season for him as he hunts himself a Vengeful Spirit and will be taken home ahead. Meanwhile, the buyback comes in from Kilomancer as he gets brought down to the backlines by Iceberg. They're going for the bounties first, and then they're going to start pushing and get this Sven buyback. It's what they want. It's their win condition. They do have to TP and defend this quickly. No, he didn't. I don't know what he's doing here. But all the same, he's back now, I guess. Literally, he didn't need to do that. Oh, anyway.
Both Lash and Tusk will not have buyback for the next fight, so any kill on the side of WindAndRain is gonna be huge.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures
The buyback from Sven comes in. Ark, though, he's got plenty of agility, and he wants to certainly use it. He did go for the Essence Shift duration, so just constantly purging this stuff off, and now will clear himself out. Despite not having the Vengeful Spirit, FlyToMoon still playing cautiously. Quite rightly too, I would say.
Yeah, they know Roche is gonna spawn in like 2 minutes, so they can take it slow. The buybacks aren't gonna be up for another 5 to 6 minutes.
Yeah, they didn't even want the fight. They didn't even want the barracks. They wanted the buyback on the Sven. And honestly, they're in a terrible position right now as Boogie gets brought down. What? They've turned around. They're going for more. They've got a double damage on the Slug, and he just gets stunned up a little bit here. And now the Storm Kanama connects as well. Ark just got to be cautious here. Boogie.
Right, so that was
Faye.
the final buyback for WindAndRain.
Yep,
None
they
of them
don't
are
have
going to
any.
have buyback now.
FlyToMoon
You know, I
have
guess
it all.
Venge could have it if he gets another 250 gold, which probably means he's not going to get it.
Yeah, seems unlikely. Clark pounding away at the tower. Iceberg joining in as well. And a swap out gets him quite deep here, but he's got the Dart Pact in time. And there comes the Shadow Dance. They jump in deep. They're going for the fight right now as Flo comes in. It's a beautiful stun. They're disappearing, but no one's actually dead yet. Alsace might be the first one to die. Boogie goes down with him. That's no Omni-Knight for 125 seconds. Faye jumping in, but he's got no health. What are you doing? He's silenced. Duppy's stunned. Duppy's dead. 120 seconds, no Sven. And that's your good game called. The game is over. WindAndRain, they had an advantage. It was very, very close though, but finally FlyToMoon, they play the late game absolutely brilliantly and bring themselves back into it.
Yep. I feel like it just mostly comes down to positioning on the map. WindAndRain just lost too many heroes at unopportune time.
Yeah, absolutely. It was close, and it was honestly, yeah, just a couple of unfortunate plays from the Sven, a couple of unfortunate catches from WindAndRain, a little bit sloppy when it came down to the high pressure moments. And unfortunately, whilst victory was in their sight, FlyToMoon do overtake them and grab that hill and grab the win. And look at the graphs as well, just an absolute dive bomb.
Yep.
And yeah, always go for the repel talent, guys. The Heavenly Grace talent. It's too good. 500 heal doesn't really do much at that stage in the game. That's like one Slark right click you're healing from. Don't recommend.
I'm sure that's why they lost.
Yeah,
just
that's
that
it,
talent
that's it.
choice.
Exactly right.
Come on, Boogie.
Come on, Boogie. Step it up, my dude. Step it up. Well, that's actually going to put an end to this first series then. We don't go to a 3 games, despite how close it got. I didn't expect it to, but then when we started actually watching the game, well, I kind of started to believe. I started to think. How close was it on in your mind, Wigblade?
This game could have gone either way. It was a clown fiesta, honestly. Like, both teams were just running at each other. And I felt like in those games, the point arrives where strategy and stuff doesn't really matter that much anymore, because it's just complete chaos. And at that point, it's mostly about individual skill and just like experience as a team, because you're going to be playing on instinct. And that kind of allowed FlyToMoon to come back into this game.
Yeah. They gave them the door, and FlyToMoon kicked it open. And that gives them a 2-0 victory over WindAndRain. A really great start to this tournament for FlyToMoon so far. Meanwhile, WindAndRain, they are starting to struggle and shuffling through players as well, not putting them in a great position, not looking like they're in their best form. But a good performance this game at the very least, even though they didn't get the victory, but they did bring it close. Alrighty then, well that puts an end to this series. Next series up is going to be Prize versus Nemega, so stick around for that one. My name is Nomad, he's been Wingblade. If you're enjoying the cast, please do follow us on Dota. On Dota? What? I mean, I guess you can follow us on Dota, but that would be a little bit weird. Instead, consider following us on Twitter. We're going to take for a short break, and then we'll be back with the next series here at the LOOT.BET Season 1. I'll see you soon.
LOOT.BET. Made for live betting.